If I tell you that something somewhere in the universe right now, dinosaurs are still alive. This is the argument, and we would like to talk about this argument. That is it plausible to think like that? Is it plausible to think in that framework? I'm not talking in terms of the fossils, not as some kind of imagination, but as a real, moving, breathing creatures, visible, visible to someone, visible to somebody, somewhere in the universe, in the observable universe, in this cosmos. This is the argument that we'll be talking about, we'll be speaking about. We will try to understand this argument, to what extent this argument can be taken. This is not science fiction. This is simple physics. This is simple laws of physics that we can take into account and try to understand the argument. And today, uh, on this channel, we will be talking about this argument, that is it possible, at least in the framework of science, in the framework of physics, that the dinosaurs that ever lived on this planet at this moment of time could be seen as presently living on this planet. And this is what the argument is. And this argument can be supported with the basic, with the very basic argument of the physics, with the basic laws of physics. So the point here is that if I say you, let's begin with a simple, but at the same time, a mind-boggling truth, a mind-shaking truth, a truth that we can visualize, at least in the framework of science. What am I trying to tell here is that every moment of your life right now, at this moment, is being basically carried away by the light. This is the simple argument. The sunlight, if I take an example of sunlight, the sunlight reflecting from your face, from the trees, from the animals, and from the mountains of this valley, the beautiful valley, Kashmir, it's not going to stay here. It's not staying here. The light is coming, it's interacting, and it's reflecting. So what's going on? It's escaping. It's going back into the space. It's going back into the space at the very incredible speed. The incredible speed defined by the speed of light. And here is the key. And what is the key? Light does not, it does not just travel. It carries that information. It carries that reflection. It carries your photographs. It carries all of the actions that you perceive. It carries those images of reality. It takes those images of reality with it. This is a starting framework for our argument. So light falling and reflecting means it's taking all those pictures. And now, if we think about the dinosaurs, so could we think about this argument in the framework of dinosaurs? Are they gone? Now, let's go back. Go back to 65 million years. When we go back to 65 million years, what happens is that That is basically the age of the dinosaurs. The time frame that you can go back, these massive creatures walking on this planet, walking on Earth, roaring, hunting down the living, the living things, hunting them down for their own existence. So every second of their lives is reflected. It's reflected light into the space, at least in the framework of day, when the sunlight is reaching out this planet. That light did not vanish. That light kept on going. It kept traveling. It kept traveling miles and miles and light years. It kept traveling, and it is still traveling today. So the argument is very simple, but the consequences are very long. Now let's take an argument. Now imagine a planet located 65 million light years away from the planet Earth. Assuming that there's a planet, maybe there's a different kind of life, whatever the life there is. Now, if the beings exist there, and if they have the powerful enough telescopes, the strong enough telescopes, if they have the technology, maybe the advanced one, what are they seeing? What are they seeing now? What are they observing now through these telescopes? The light reflected from this planet 65 million years ago could be trapped now by that planet. So they will see the picture of the dinosaurs. They will not see us. They will not see the cities that are built around this globe. They will not see the human beings that are now living on this planet. They are seeing the dinosaurs. This is the beauty of science. At least you can imagine this reality. Maybe it's only an imagination, but it is living, moving, and existing, and going on, and being taken by that planet. And time is not what you think. Time is not that we perceive. This leads us to a profound realization. What am I trying to tell here is that when we look into the universe out, when we see towards the sky, we are not just looking into the space, we are looking into the past. We are looking into the past of this universe. The stars that you're seeing right now in the sky, maybe they don't exist there anymore, but you're seeing their past. This idea is deeply rooted. It's deeply rooted and forms the big backbone of the modern science. And see how Alice-like stories can develop out of it. Distance is basically time. The farther you see, the deeper into the history you are going. Deeper you go into the history of this universe. What does that mean? Which means basically, what it means basically is the universe is a living archive of moments. It is the living archive of moments living structure of moments. Every event is recorded. It's recorded in light. Nothing truly disappears. So you cannot say something is gone. You cannot say something is not existing at all. Now, if I go a little bit deeper into this argument, if I look into the framework of the quantum mechanical thought, if I talk about a quantum thought, so now let's try to go deep into this concept. Let's try to merge our feelings into this concept. Let's try to see it at much deeper level in the strange world of reality. The reality basically itself behaves in ways that challenge our understanding, that challenge our intuition, that challenge our perception. What am I trying to tell here is that particles do not exist, they don't exist in definite states until they are observed. So there are possibilities, there are infinite possibilities of coexistence. So information plays a fundamental role, and observation changed the course of that fundamental reality. Now think, now think for a moment. If the information is if the information is never truly destroyed, and light carries this information, light carries this information, the sunlight falling on the planet reflected back, it carries the information of every moment of this planet, then the past is not just gone. The past is not over. It exists. It exists as a distributed reality. Maybe a distributed reality across the cosmos, across the universe, across the whole bunch of observable universe. Maybe this is the argument. And and if we try to generate a connection, generate a connect with the consciousness, and now comes the most profound question, the most robust question, a fundamental question. And what's that question? What is the observation? I could talk about the observation in the classical framework. Now, in quantum theory, observation is not just looking at the things. When you observe, you interact. It is interaction, awareness, and the measurement. So there are the three classical points that we can talk about. So imagine somewhere in this cosmos, an advanced consciousness or an advanced conscious observer. Earth as it was millions of years ago. Now, for them, what will these dinosaurs be like? For them, dinosaurs are not the past. For them, the dinosaurs is the present. This basically challenges our very idea, our very basic idea of reality. Is reality now absolute? Is it absolute, or is it dependent on the observer? See, I took you from the way of observation light years away to the quantum mechanical interpretation of this argument. So try to go deeper in this argument. Let's make a philosophical argument about the things that we have been talking about and what this whole thing takes us. This leads us, this takes us to a deeply philosophical realization. What's that philosophical realization is that time may not be flowing the way we think about the time, the way we perceive time. It could be like that. It could be that light. It could be like all the moments, the present, the past, all the moments exist, but we experience them. We experience them in packets. We experience them sequentially. The universe that we are talking about, the universe is not just a place. It is a cosmic tapestry of events. And all of these events are stretched. They are stretched across the space. They are stretched across the whole cosmos. Your past is not erased. It's not gone. It's there for the universe that will observe. It's out there. It's out there traveling. It's out there expanding and becoming the part of the universe. It's like a balloon, an expanding balloon, an action going on and on and on. Now, as I try to make an argument here, I would like to close this argument. Now, I would tell you that the next time you look at the night sky, you should remember. You should remember this argument. And what is the argument? The argument is that you are not seeing stars. You're not seeing the stars when you're looking at the sky in the night time. You are witnessing the history in motion. You are seeing something that may not be there at this moment of time. And somewhere far beyond our imagination. The light of Earth, I'm using the word Earth, maybe, it's possible, it's plausible. The light of Earth's, now I'm saying the planet Earth is past, it's ancient, is still alive, carrying the story of dinosaurs that ever